Assalamualaikum. My name is Shahid Khan and from BS English department. Today I am with Bilal Ayman to ask the question which is given by Mem. So Bilal bhai, would you like to tell about something about you?
Yes, actually, this is I belong from MA second semester, and here I'm to answer you. Yes, may.
So I have a question is that first of all tell us that what do you know about the bilingualism and why it is said that bilingualism is a window and a language variation.
Actually, first of all, bilingualism. What is bilingualism? A person who can speak two languages, that is called bilingualism. And the second question was why it is important. Why it is called to be the window of learning language.
And
Is it?
language variation.
In language variation. Actually, bilingualism, as for my knowledge, it is the first process of learning a language, because when a child does not know anything, first he learns his own language, his mother tongue. So after that, he is not as capable and his mind is not as strong and fresh to learn language. So at that time he might need, and he needs a language to learn, and to help of the language he can learn other languages. Like first, as for my knowledge, first I was Baloch. At home I learnt Balochi, but then I went outside, I observed Urdu language, then I learnt that. Then I learned Urdu. After that, with the help of Urdu, I learned English. So, because it is a circle. With the help of first language, we are learning second language, and with the help of second language, we are learning third language. So this is, I think this is the main process of learning language. Bilingualism performs big role when one needs to learn language. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Zubair and BS 10th bench, and he is there. And I have maybe my question is, are skills involved in knowledge and using for language special means?
Well, if I talk about the nature of the question, so yes, I believe that skills are involved in to get a specific knowledge of a human. If I talk about, okay, let's take example of the knowledge about BS English. Okay, so there is going to be skills that are necessary to gain those knowledge. The first one is going to be the reading. Reading means reading in a sense that when you are going to talk about BS English, or when you are going to learn about it,
Loudly.
first you will be learning something through text. You will be hearing it. Okay, so whatever you are doing, that if you are watching a video, or if you're watching a specific documentary about BS English, so that means that the skills are involved over there to get a specific knowledge of a human. Okay, as we talked about a video, so over there there are skills that is listening. Okay, and if I talk about reading, it's all about reading skills. But if you are gonna portray, or if you are gonna convey the same message to others as I'm doing right now, and definitely that can be specific knowledge for you as well. So it's all about speaking. That there is a specific skill as well. And if you are gonna write it for a future purpose, that a person can read it and then he can have the knowledge of a specific a specific topic. So there are skills involved to gain a specific knowledge of a human. Indeed, and all four skills are involved in getting a knowledge. Okay.
Assalamualaikum. I am Sultan from English department 10th batch and 6th semester. I have a survey and I am going to ask a question from someone. What's your good name? I have a survey and I have one question to ask you. Can you answer?
What is your question?
Do you think that difference of social class can change our variation of language?
Yes.
There are 5 options: strongly agree, disagree, agree, disagree, strongly agree, neutral.
Strongly.
Why?
Because the social classes, in every classes there are many speakers and they have different languages. So by it we can come to know that it can change the variety of languages.
Thank That's it. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. What is your name? I have a survey and I have one question. Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that difference of social class can change variation of language?
Yeah, I really do agree that social classes do affect the variety of the languages. If you take the examples of the difference of the classes, if you are in the if I belong to the middle class, my choosing of the words variety of the language would be different than the class of the than the high class and in luxurious class. Okay. And one more example we can get from it that if we talk about the formal language or informal language, so we are friends. Just suppose if we are friends, then our language will be more informal than the professional. If we are in the professional scenario, so our language would be more formal and more professional. But if we are if we are in the gathering of the friends, so our variety of the language would be changed than the rest. So that was it. That's it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am BBSUL from BS English 10th batch 6th semester. Here I am doing my project work which I will ask a question to someone. So here my question is that, sir, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Sir, my question is that why it is important to learn the variety of languages? Sir, here I will give you option: agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or neutral.
Strongly agree.
Sir, why?
Because language is a way to communicate between two peoples who belong to different kind of societies or communities, and also language distribute the cultural barriers. So it's very easy to communicate with some person who belong to other community. Let's suppose, so we two person are here. You belong to different kind of country, and I belong to different kind of country. But I want to give you a message. So it's very difficult for me to give you a message. So definitely I will give you a message very easy way which I understand your language. So both language will be equal, so we can give a message to anybody. It's nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Walaikum Assalam. I am Tasneem Muhammad, student of BS English M batch. I want to ask you a question. A teacher has assigned us a project that is similar to research work.
जी teacher.
Do you think that language has variation? Do you agree with this point or you disagree? Are you strongly agree or are you strongly disagree with this point?
Yes, I do believe in variation of language because in Pakistan we have many languages like Sindhi, Siraiki, Punjabi, Pashto और इन सब में अलग अलग अपने एक्सेंट्स होते हैं. जैसे सिंधी में लाड़की सिंधी और ठेठ सिंधी और सराइकी में अपने ही एक्सेंट्स होते हैं, जैसे सिंधी सराइकी और पंजाबी सराइकी.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मेरा नाम नादिया है. मैं इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट से हूँ. और आपका नाम?
फिजा साजिद फ्रॉम फार्मेसी डिपार्टमेंट 3rd बैच.
ओके. मुझे आपसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछना था. डू यू थिंक दैट द डिफरेंट सोशल क्लासेस चेंज आवर वेरिएशन ऑफ लैंग्वेज? एग्री, disagree, or strongly agree?
Well, I'm neutral over this. As in case, I don't really think that background really matters when it comes to language, but at some point, really, I think that matters. The difference in opinion really matters in a class, but what I really think is I'm neutral over this topic.